7. How are you all? Hope you are fine and safe at home. So once again, welcome to Best Montessori Distance Learning e-portal, and in that, welcome to English class. So last time, if you remember, we had done a poem by G. Patel. The title of the poem was On Killing a Tree, in which we had studied, in which the poet had explained that how difficult it is to kill a tree. He explained that tree is killed when the roots are taken out from the ground of the tree and it is cut into logs of wood and used for different purposes. Then only we say that the tree is killed. And we also understood that why the poet is telling us about the killing of the trees, though it is not good for the environment, but he wanted to relate that killing of the tree with the social evils which are present in today's society, and first of all they are present inside us. So just the poet just wanted to tell this thing, that those social evils, though they are very difficult to remove from within us and from the society, but we should try to kill those social evils with the help of giving the example of killing a tree. So that was the central idea of the poem. Now today let us move to the exercise of the poem. I will explain you how to write the answers of the poem. These four questions are there and one question I'll give you. These four questions, five questions you have to do in your English copy. So let us move to the exercise of the poem. In the poem, the bark of the tree is described as leprous. What does this mean? So while explaining the poem also, I told you the meaning of the leprous. Leprous means what? It is related to the word leprosy. And what is leprosy? Leprosy, I told you, it is a contagious disease. Contagious disease means it can spread from one person to another person. So it is a contagious disease which is related to the skin, in which your skin becomes like discolored, and lumps are there on the skin, and bleeding is there from the skin, pus comes out from the skin, deformities are there in the skin. So it is a type of contagious disease in which your skin becomes really very poor. The condition of the skin is really very pathetic, poor. So your skin, you can use the word ugly. Your skin becomes very ugly. Pus comes out, blood comes out, lumps are formed, deformities are there, all this thing is there. So in this is the meaning of the word leprous. It is related to the word leprosy. So why do you think the poet chose this word to describe the tree trunk? So if you have seen the tree trunk, the bark of the tree, the outer covering of the tree trunk, that is bark, is also somewhat like that only. It is very hard and scratches are there, cracks are there. So in the same way, like the skin, in when this person is suffering from the leprosy, that is why the poet has used this word. Do you think it is an effective word? Yes. According to me, it is an effective word because poet has rightly compared both the things. The skin of the patient suffering from leprosy looks like the bark of the tree only. So, second question now. The poet says it is very difficult to kill a tree. He even says that in our attempt to kill it, we may cause it to spread and multiply. Explain in your own words how this might happen. Yes, we may cause it to spread and multiply. How? In the poem we had done. Now see, let us move to the poem. In the poem, in the second paragraph, if you read the second paragraph again, so hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which, if unchecked, will expand again to former size. So, in this paragraph, we had studied that if we will not, suppose we cut the tree from here, just above the ground, near to the roots, we cut the tree from here. So, do you think the tree is killed? No. Why? Because after some days, what we'll see? That from this place, from where we had cut the tree, you will see that new branches are emerging, leaves are growing, The tree has got this much strength that it can grow until and unless it is not killed properly. And how it is killed? When the roots are taken out from the ground. Then only the tree is killed. Until and unless the roots are not taken out from the ground, the tree is not killed. That is why now in this question, what the poet is asking, the same thing. We may cause it to spread and multiply. So if we will cut the tree, not kill the tree, if we will cut the tree, then what will happen? That the tree will multiply again, means the branches and the leaves will come out again from that part of the tree from where we had cut it. So to kill a tree, we have to uproot the tree. Uproot the tree means we have to take out the roots of the tree from the ground. So in some people think that without taking out the root, if they have cut the tree, it means they think that they have already killed the tree, but it is not true. After some days, we see that new branches and leaves emerge from that part from where we had cut the tree. So in this way, we are causing the tree to spread and multiply. Okay. Now third part. The roots of the tree are said to be deep in an earth cave. They are deep in the ground, and deep in the ground, the poet is comparing it to as earth cave. The roots are deep in the ground, and that depth of the ground, the poet is saying as earth cave. Now the word cave is used to help us imagine when this cave word is used, the poet is using this cave word. So when this cave word you are hearing, what are you imagining? Out of these three parts, you have to tell what are you imagining and why. According to you, you are imagining cave's darkness, depth and breadth. How dark the cave is, how deep the cave is. Are you imagining this? Or you are imagining this earth's ability to nourish the tree's roots? Or you are imagining the earth's ability to hide and protect the roots? According to you, what you are imagining, that you have to tell. And whatever you are, according to you, it may be A also, it may be B also, it may be C also. It depends totally on you that what you are imagining. But you have to give the reason that why you are imagining this. Okay. Now in question number 4, if it is so hard to kill a tree, why are so many being killed every day? Yes, this so you can tell very easily that why people are cutting the trees, why people are killing the trees nowadays so much. Yes. So you at least 5 points you will write in this. Though it is so hard to kill a tree, but still people are killing the trees like anything. That is why there is problem of global warming also, because of the killing of the trees by the people. So why people are killing the trees every day so much, that you will write in 5 points. So for question number 4, you will write down 5 points. Why people are cutting? Because they want to fulfill their needs. And what are their needs? They want fire for burning, they want furniture, they want to decorate their houses, all these things. So you will write down 5 points that why people are killing the trees. They want to prepare rubber, all those things you will write. Okay. So 5 points you will write in this. And your fifth question is, what is the central theme or what is the theme of the poem? Though it is not mentioned here, but I will give you in the homework that what is the theme of the poem. So now, what is the theme of the poem? Here the poet is giving the example of killing a tree, and he's just suggesting that like it is difficult to kill a tree, in the same way there are so many social evils, bad things which are present in our today's society, like dowry system, then child trafficking system, child labor system. All these social evils are present in our society. These evils are also very difficult to kill. Is it easy to remove them from the society? No. It is very difficult to kill them. But still, we should try our best to make our society neat and clean by removing these evils. Like people are killing the trees to fulfill their requirements. Though it is very difficult to kill a tree, in the same way, we should also try to make our society a peaceful a very beautiful place to live in by removing all the evils present in the society, though it is very difficult to remove these evils, but still one should try to do it. Okay, so these 5 questions are you are supposed to do in your English copy. I hope you must have understood. For today this much only, and thank you for learning on Best Montessori Distance Learning e-portal. I hope you must have understood the answers. Now you will please try to write the answers in your own words and submit the homework on time. See you in next English class. Till then, bye, year 7.